fantastic driver. She's coming on so far, it's just amazing. And so many of you have been able to watch her grow up out here and do what she's doing. And she's carrying on our team very proudly.
And who would you like to thank for getting that number 5 back to victory lane?
Well, first off, we have Mary. She's the owner of the car. And without her, and Mary's towing, and Mary's auto parts, and Mary's auto sales, without all of them, this wouldn't even be possible. Then I got Tommy Gap, who sets them all up and does a fantastic job with that. Keith Taylor and Brandon Lovely, they're helping me with it all the time. My brother John does stuff on the car for me to help out. A lot of people. Bruce Mueller let us use the truck and trailer to get the car here and stuff. And then Dave Randberg and his wife Joe. Amazing. I mean, they've been making that race car for 10 years. And I can't thank those guys enough for all that.
Driver of the number 5, give it up for the Iron Bandit, Quentin Boyson. And now, taking what is trip number 3 to victory lane. Give it up for the 67, Mackenzie Dietz. Lots of things to hold, lots of fans up here with you. You've been raised superstar figure eights for a while now. This season, you've been on a tear. What is that feeling like?
Surreal. It's still just, we come out here trying to do the best we can. But, you never know what's going to happen. Last weekend was a tribute to that. We were in it, got it was pretty chaotic at first, and I'm just glad that we were able to make it through. And Rory keeps kind of helping me figure out how to get through the traffic. He's put so many hours in this weekend to get the car fixed. They're building him right now, 2 rows in the lead. I know I'm forgetting quite a few people, but I have to thank so many people: my Uncle Ricky, my mom, my dad, and my grandpa, and rest in peace for love.
Driver of the number 67, win number 3 for Mackenzie Dietz. We'll throw it topside back up to you, Ben. It has been quite a different story from the dominance we just mentioned with Mackenzie to the number 67. By sharp contrast, it's been a so different story to the Legends. 3 different winners in 3 different races. Ben, what can we expect?
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Evergreen Speedway in Monroe, Washington, to Masonator Live on Facebook and the INEX Legend Race.
While we wait, ladies and gentlemen, and Steve Machinery wants to welcome you tonight to HCI Steel Building.
I'm David Nelson, and this live stream is brought to you by TriMed Ambulance and De Novo Dental Implant Center. After last week's race, lap 1 wreck at State Line Speedway, Mason and Rick have spent the week repairing the 37 TriMed Legend, and there is no clear indication of exactly what has happened at State Line, but neither driver has come to Mason. But we don't look back, we're looking forward, and this double weekend racing is 1 of 3 in the Northwest. We have races at Hermiston Raceway and the new Motorplex at the Mill, just north of Boise and Emmett, with their inaugural race going on today. And actually, they have just wrapped up the Legends race there. where Andrew Reel takes the win. Marcus Meger, Ellie Musgrave, Nina Kick, and Cole Dissenbach for the top 5. Racing at Hermiston has not completed just yet, but we bring you action here. Let's talk about the top standings so far here at Evergreen. And we look at Kyle Lang in 172 points. Chad Sinner, 162. 10 points defendo between those two. Johnny Z and Mason are at 143, and Braden Wager. So let's bring them out, and here's tonight's INEX Legend main event. 30 laps. Now, the conditions on the track have been changing throughout the day. First practice, it was wet. Drivers had about 23-second times. Qualifying, it was dry, but drivers who did not adjust came to the back. And it's currently misting here at Evergreen, so it will be hard to say exactly what does happen here tonight going into the race itself. So starting off here in row 1, Jeremiah Johnson, Cole Alton. Then you have row 2, Chris Thompson, Gabe Sessler. Next row, Chad Sinner, Braden Wager. Behind those two, Kyle Lang, Katie Lee Decker, John Zaretsky, Davis Jacobson, Mason there in starting in the 11th position with Samantha Schwartz there. Haley Constance, who is making her debut here in Legends after starting some times with prolates, and of course the micro sprints up at Deming. They were canceled out last night, so she is actually here in the Legend. The lights are out. We're ready to go racing. Mason's on the inside. You're going to see what kind of start we get here. Going really slow. Green flag. Very slow start, and they canceled the green flag. And again, this start here, that is not a way to do it. And actually, Jeremiah Johnson, because he was going so slow, somebody got out of his way, and they decided, well, you can't do that, so we're going to go ahead and bring the field back. And Jeremiah will go back to the front. He's just going to hold off there, and we'll try to go racing again. Starting off slow like that is not the way to go because it is really hard for people to get up to speed. And especially with the slick conditions, we're still going to go side by side here. Now, the rain is Mason's friend, so let's see how good this is. It's not a downpour, but it's just enough to make the track wet. It's been wet for about the last, I'd say, about 30 minutes. The trucks were out here, and then they had the figure eights. They had to bring in the big trucks earlier, and we'll have that race later on tonight as the finale as to what's going on. But like I said, we have a whole bunch of Legends on here. 36 between the two other tracks, and then 21 here. So I think that's an amazing feat. We would love to see everybody come out together and go to one track to do this. Now, we're going to get one to go here. Now we're going to go to the normal 30 tonight. There shouldn't be any reason why we exonerated some of the laps. The only time they do that is if there are multiple yellows and no reason to move the race forward there. So here we go again. Restart number 2. Let's bring it in and we'll see where we go here. A much better start. Green flag. And Johnson, Jeremiah Johnson again, spinning out. Everybody missing him. We are still green. Cole Alton's pushing out to the front there, right there with Zaretsky, or excuse me, with Sessler. Everybody using that high line. Nobody's trying to take that low line. Zoom into Mason here. Sessler, Alton, Cole Alton, Chris Thompson, Chad Center, Braden Wager. Mason has Samantha, Dylan, and then John Zaretsky on the back here. Mason getting up, picking up there on past Dylan there. Mason moving up to 8th place there. Trying to get the run there on Samantha. There we go. A little slower than normal. We're at 24 seconds per lap. That is a lot of time right now to be some racing. So usually you want to be on the outside of this track as the track will drain in. Zaretsky going wide, down low. Gabe Sessler still in first place. We have a spinner and caution flag as it looks like Molden got spun around there on his own. And Haley Constance is going to pull off track. Her first race. Make a quick adjustment, see what she can do there to and that's the advantage here with the yellow flags that do happen. You are able to get in and make the turn. It looks like she's just coming back around here, back onto the main stretch here. So she did. Looks like she may have just bailed out there. And Mason right now in 7th. So top 5 or top 10 here real quick. Gabe Sessler, Chris Thompson in 2nd, Chad Center in 3rd, Kyle Lang in 4th, 5th is Braden Wager, Cole Alton in 6th, Mason in 7th, Shaden Moose in 8th, 9th is going to be John Zaretsky, 10th will be Dylan Wolf. So it'll be interesting to see here what Mason is going to be able to do. With being in that inside, is the track wide enough? And looks like with Haley coming back on track, she feels that she is warranted back her position. And I'm not too sure about that. The rule is once you come off the track, no matter, even if you are to avoid a crash, you are to go to the back. So she may end up in the back there. Okay, we are now going to be starting single file here, and that is usually the kind of the rule after multiple. But now, because of the slick conditions, we are going to move to that type of a lineup. And actually, with it being wet out right now, we're going to do that. They are going to allow Constance to keep her position. So obviously, there must have been some ruling that she may have been forced off, and maybe for safety. So We'll find out from race control later on what that was all about. All right, so Mason's in 7th right now, looking pretty good. Running 24.5 seconds compared to 24.0 on the leader. And we're going to go green on this permit, and now we're yellow. No. That was a bad start, and that's the flagger starting. The flagger kept the yellow on, put the yellow on, waving the green flag. But that will take an advantage. Sessler had a late start on that, Mason, with Cole battling for 6th place here. And Mason now up to 6th place. Last time we had the weather like this, Mason actually did very well. He ended the race there in 3rd. Just was super patient. Now he's got Johnny Z coming in on the backside here. And we're starting to see the group divide again, where we have some of the faster cars in one group and then the less senior cars are in the back, and usually those are ones that will bail out after a little while. Coming around turn 3 here into turn 4, Mason looking good. Johnny Z looking to go inside. Johnny going to do his lower. Nope, he's going to stay pretty high. Whoa, trying to rub it in there. Johnny making a sweeping action into there. Now he's going straight after Gabe. He's going to go down inside there. Mason's right in behind him. Oh, Braden making a quick little jump there. Mason moving right up into that spot, gives him back into 6th. Mason's got some control. Now he's got about, looks like about a 10-car space there now between himself and Johnny Zaretsky. Mason making some ground on Johnny. Here we go. As you can see, Sinner just making the move on Thompson here. Oh, they touched there, a little bit of side swap, and there we go. And we're going to continue with it. Wang and Sinner battling there. Oh, and Sinner comes right through there. Samantha's going to the bottom. Now we're coming into some lap traffic, so it's going to be slower cars. So let's see what happens here. Sinner's looking like he's going to go into Sessler. All the leaders are starting to come in together as one big pack here. You got Sessler, Sinner, Zaretsky, Lang. And now you got Zaretsky really charging in here. And here he comes down below. He's going to try to take the lead. Gabe and him going side by side. Somebody's going to wreck somebody here with these kind of rate. Here's Mason coming back to get Chris Thompson. Mason's going for Chris Thompson, going for that spot. Braden's now going in on the inside. And there's a crash right here in turn 3. Look at that move there by the kid. Sessler going into the pits. Sinner sitting there. Looks like he got tagged pretty good. The leaders definitely came into each other there on that one. And they are running very, very, very slick conditions. Not much room. We're waiting to hear. Yeah. And we're just listening to Mason on the radio here between him and Bryson. Bryson being the spotter back this week. and Rick not having to do double duty this time. So Mason was saying, hey, as soon as he heard spinner, spinner, and lower, 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 he said he could not see if that was the case and actually decided to go low. And actually, that was perfect because Chris Thompson was just ahead of him.
And Mason Nelson. That's your top 5 runners. His car takes him low. 14 laps to go.
We're going to plug in to the cab number 37. Mason,
No, they're going to talk to Mason.
It's a little bit, but we're trying to try it out. Bring it on, here we go. We're going to use some momentum around the pipeline.
So Mason talking to Gabe up in the tower and saying how we can get some things done.
I did not have a front row view. I was trying to battle here with the what it looked like was a bunch of good hard races, but all one playing good.
Fair enough. You might have to think it looks like when we go back make those moves up to the front.
I've seen some laps get around my one here. I'm 10 from 13 so far, but just a couple laps. I think we can make our way up to the front here for lap 30.
Well, that's just what you can do.
Thank you, sir.
So again, one of the things that we love to do here is we love to give the track a way to talk to Mason. And Evergreen Speedway is one of the only tracks that does do this. We offer it to other tracks, but they're very cautious because they don't necessarily want the out-of-towner to have the coverage. They want that hometown person to do that. So Mason, this being his home track. So Mason having a great chat with the tower there. Sessler's still in the pits. We're actually looking over here. Haley just came back out. She'll go to the back this time. All right, so just a quick update here. Let's go top 5 again. Nope, let's go top 10. John Zaretsky. Chad Center crashed. He's out. He was actually towed out. So now you have Gabe Sussler's also off. So you'll have Kyle Lang, Chris Thompson in the 3rd spot, Mason in the 4th spot. And as he said, he made it all the way up from the 13th spot. So we're going to see. Here we go. We got one to go here from the flaggers. Again, we're going to go single file. Single file is going to be the safest here with the weather that is still on the track. Now, this quick flashback to the first race of the season. Mason and Chris Thompson trying to battle it out. You also had Jeremiah Johnson. You got Wager there. You have the 2-time defending, or the 4-time defending track. Yep, both track champions are out right now. And looks like we're going to try to get Gabe. Gabe is coming back out. And he'll go to the back with Haley. So we will see what happens here with Johnny Z as he goes to the top. We're going to build a little snake here. The green flag. Three wide. Mason going to the high side. Mason coming in, backing off just a little bit. Now we're 2 wide. Going into turn 3. Going to go 2 wide here on Chris Thompson. Mason sprinting up to the backside there. Mason going into the 3rd spot there. We've got 15 laps to go. Wager going into the inside. Mason shooting up to spot number 3. Track is going faster. Mason is going a lot faster right. Mason going to get going right up to the 1st spot there. Him and Johnny Z. Following down to the bottom. Gabe Sessler being given a black flag. All right, Sessler going out on the track. Now we got Johnny Z, Mason in 2nd, Braden in 3rd. Johnny Z taking off on the backstretch like he normally does. Certainly a higher gear that helps him there. So Mason settling in there right now. Johnny Z's getting about a 3 to 5 car length lead there. Then Mason swallows it up there in the corner. Going up to turn 3. A lot of cars still piling up. Braden now coming up on the backside here. Kyle Lang is right there sitting in the 4th spot. Braden making it so tight there going into turn 1, bumpering up with Mason. They're just trying to get it through. We're on lap 20, going to come on to lap 21. That is 9 laps left to go in this main event. Mason that's staying on Zaretsky. Oh, Braden's trying to swipe it. Mason and Braden touching each other there. Mason wiggling out there. I don't know how he sit there, and here we go. Johnny Zaretsky pulling away now. We'll pull out here so we can see everybody here. There we go. As you can see, Johnny Z Mason getting into that 2nd spot. This could be the night. We'll see how it happens still. We still got 7 laps left here. Braden going down to the low side. Nothing there. Kyle Lang just waiting to pounce. Here he comes. Down to the low side. And nothing there again. Johnny Z, we've already caught up to lap traffic. What will this do for everybody else? Let's see what happens. Mason going down south. Still about a 2-car lead there on Braden. Still trying to catch up to Zaretsky. He's about a 3. Now we're at a 1. Mason much faster. We are running faster lap times. We're at 18.9 now. Mason making a move on to 2nd here. Making it into 1st here. See if he goes down. Nope, he's holding off. Mason trying to make a move here on Zaretsky. He's just going to wait. 3 laps left to go here in this INEX Legend race here at Evergreen Speedway in Monroe, Washington. You are watching Mason coming now into sitting in 2nd, was leading for a turn or 2. Now he's trying to get up from Zaretsky, passing Jeremiah Johnson, lapping him right there. Johnson was a faster car earlier in the day. Mason coming in. Mason coming in. Mason going in the inside. Mason going to come around. Oh, bump up. Mason and him slammed into each other. Let's see what happens here. Looks like Mason might have a little bit of cosmetic damage. Nope. We got a spinner. We got spinners. Yeah, we're going to move up here. We do not know who it is. Mason. Mason trying to go for another one here. Mason's going to end up on 4th. Looks like he's got a 4th there. And Mason's going to pick up a 4th. Put it in the grass. Looks like Mason. All right, so let's give you the top 3 here really quick. The 33 of Kyle Lang picking up his 2nd win of the season. Cole Alton, Braden Wager, Mason, Davis Jacobson, Chris Thompson, Dylan Wolf, Jaden Luce, and Damian Harrison with his best finish of the season. Josh Vlock coming in the top 10 there. John Zaretsky coming in 12th there. Now there's a lot of traffic a lot of radio traffic as to what did happen. Braden Wager did see something that looks like we can't quite see, but we also don't know what was going on at the time. Mason, however, is going to get a tow back to the pits. Looks like we are. Okay, well, when you guys get back, Braden's going to be back there for you guys. So we're also.
Just one moment.
Well, yes, that's true. We don't know. So we'll definitely have to do some looking at the radios. We put in some new GoPros, so hopefully we don't get some frozen opportunities there. Hopefully we'll be able to take a look. We do have a camera that's pointed out in the backside of there so to see what was going on. And again, we're finishing the race. That's great for Mason. Picking up a 4th place, that's another good thing. Looks like we do have some broken parts. Looks like John Zareski, Mason, and a couple other cars got into each other there in going into turn 2. That may have damaged some stuff that did not allow Mason to pull forward. Unfortunately, something other happened there in turn 4 between Braden and Mason, and then that just kind of let.
On the back of the tow truck. It's been a chaotic night to say the least here at the Evergreen Speedway Memorial Day weekend. It is a legend doubleheader. I will remind every one of you in the stands.
Oh, right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this up for tonight.
Two-part episode.
The points will definitely change here. Kyle Lang will definitely get some more points here. Chad Sinner was going to be definitely lose the 2nd seed. Johnny Zareski, Mason, we'll have to see what happens there. Braden picking up some major points. And so on and so forth. Jaden Luce will pick up some points and move into the top 10 there. Before we go, we'll give you a little action here of the big trucks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. They've rolled on out.
Big trucks are getting their minute of fame here. So actually, we got to thank real quick, give our sponsors a quick shout out here. We've certainly got to thank TriMed Ambulance, who's been our partner for 2 years. De Novo Dental Implant Center in Renton. If you need an implant and you're not happy with your smile, give De Novo a call. Rush Printing for helping us get all the stickers out. Elevate Racing Media for the wonderful pictures, Joe's Racing Products. Victory Fuel available in the pits for everybody this weekend. GoPro for the helping out and getting those GoPros out to us right away. And, of course, Central Welding Supply. Next race is tomorrow. We're back here at Evergreen Speedway. We'll see what happens. Mason's definitely got some repairs to do. Trailer and arms definitely going to need to be fixed before we go back out there tomorrow. But we are back here again tomorrow, about the same time is what it looks like. And we'll get a quick interview with Mason in the pits, and we'll post that once we are done. So from Evergreen Speedway in Monroe, Washington, I'm signing off. This is Dave Nelson. This has been a Masonator Racing production.